Oh, right. I think there's a rebound and you got it and you sent it. Oh, that's right. I don't know how to do that.
At this time, come on, please rise. Remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome into Olympia Ice Center. The season finale takes place today between the Spartans of East Longmeadow and the Lancers of Longmeadow High School. Starting line will be the Dobeck line for the Spartans, and opposite of him will be the Higgins line. Kologi sends it in. Scrum in the sideboard, and Higgins comes away with it. Working it over to Leary. Now Kologi intercepts. Bank pass to Dobeck. Dobeck, going to hear about that one after the game. That was a topic of discussion. But Devin Dobeck alongside Mike Moynihan. Mike, happy to have you back on board.
Hello, Devin. How are you?
Absolutely phenomenal, my friend. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm doing really good in this moment, though. Oh.
And Nero gets an early shot there. Comes out to the point. Kologi, clean shot on Rintoul. Easy save for him. And now Lancers pick it off. It's going to be Hammett the other way. In front and unable to bury that is DeCosmo. Now Kologi trying to clear the zone. It's gloved down by Fisher. Second leading scorer tied with Haynes on the Spartan offense. Nero, the leading scorer on the forecheck now. Getting away from him is Medeiros. Longmeadow coming off a 4-2 win against the Minnechaug Falcons. just to put in perspective how their season success has been, they could be categorized as league champs, I believe, with no Western Mass. There's a lot of black uniforms out there right now.
Few too many there, Dev.
Mike,
Yes.
coming back from Florida, you missed a few games, but how was that?
It was good. Glad to be back, though.
Absolutely. And Spartans' last game of the season. Happy to have you on board as
Absolutely.
entering the zone. It's flipped in. Now Arnold spoons it over to Kuhn. Picked off. Pad saved by Sherwood.
Great play there by Arnold picking up the guy in front, tying one up.
Out to the point. A wrist shot by Croto. And I believe Sherwood might have been on net, might not.
Now, does Sherwood have a new helmet?
Colin Sherwood?
Yes.
I don't believe so. He likes the all-white.
Really? I'd never noticed that.
Yep, he rocks with the all-white. Colby Law, arguably the best mask on the team.
Beautiful mask on
McGillicuddy
the
has a
big
nice
cap.
Irish one, though.
I respect that a lot, too.
So there's some good masks on this team.
Oh.
And Fisher takes a dirty hit. No call from the official. Now Higgins in the neutral zone getting worked on by Fisher.
I like that by Fisher there.
Great play, as you said. And now Lancers get it back. That'll be McHugh. LaFleche will send it back in on Rintoul. Shots are 3-2 in favor of East Longmeadow early. Spoke to Coach Reed pregame, and he said we're going to see a whole different guy behind the bench today. A much more cool, calm, and collected guy. We'll see how that holds up.
We'll see how that plays out, Jeff.
He's already seems like he's taken it down to one knee, so maybe a little way to cope with that.
Still a lot of hockey game left, though, Dev. Hopefully he can turn around here.
The flash of wrist shot. It's redirected by Haynes, and Haynes spins one on that side of the cage. Now out to the point. LaFleche recuperates, sends it back down to Kuhn. Spartans' zone time has been progressively better throughout the season.
I love how they're using the points here, Devin. Spreading out the ice. They weren't doing that in earlier games as much as they are in these first couple minutes. So if they could keep that up, I would be a happy camper.
Absolutely. And Connor Rintoul comes up with a big glove save there with 11:47 to go in period one. A lot of upside for this Spartans team, and Coach Reed definitely on that bandwagon. Only losing C.J. Kalogi and John Kuhn, who unfortunately isn't playing, but C.J. obviously the best defenseman, arguably in Western Mass. We'll see how they can rebound, but they're going to be getting some incomers, and I think they're only going to get better.
Couldn't agree more, Dev.
And sent in and around, Guidry will carry on his backhand, trying to work it up to the top to Croto, and that one finds its way in the back of the net. Croto makes it 1-0 Lancers. I think it was just a screen on Sherwood, and unfortunately, that'll do it.
Yeah, Sherwood couldn't really do much about that. He didn't really have any angle to see it. So, this first shift here is going to be key, trying to get the Spartans back in the game and trying to get momentum right back where they had it.
Dobek now ties it up. Now LaFleche. That one goes up and out of the bench. And we'll get a face-off with 11:07 to go. Spartans coming off a 3-1 victory against the Agawam Brownies, in which Chris Sherwood and Tom Garvey each knotted their first goal of their high school career. Now LaFleche able to keep the zone, gets one on Rintoul. And Haynes swinging it in front. Not on the same wavelength with the other people.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Haynes carry that puck a little more rather than just blindly pass it, but good defense here in the defensive zone, Devin.
And Kalogi carrying it out of the zone, and he'll dump it way out of play. Another face-off with 10:32 to go in the first period. If you're just joining us, you're watching Spartans Hockey live on LCAT with Devin Dobek and Mike Moynihan. Lancers with a 1-goal lead thanks to Robert Croto. Fisher, now Sherwood collecting the loose puck, trying to find Nero in front. Puck free in the slot. Lancers will try and go the other way. Travis Arnold gets beat on the bank pass and shot. I think it went off the side of the cage, but a nice move to get in by DeCosmo. Now in front, Sherwood forced to make another save in tight on DeCosmo. Good shift for Ted DeCosmo. Sherwood loses the draw to Higgins. O'Brien to Arnold, looking for Fisher. Now Spartans able to clear their zone, but Lancers chip it back in. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone, and Fisher will dump it to get a change. Nifty move from the Lancers there, and now carrying will be Baker. Baker all the way around the goal, swinging it in front, and it goes right to Luke Haynes. Luke Haynes trying to find the legs to get there. He's worked on by the goal scorer, Croto. Now LaFleche shoots it back in. Dobek lays it over to Haynes. Haynes trying to work it in front for Kuhn. Unfortunately, not enough strength or puck control to do that. The other way now. Mikhailian. Guidry entering the zone for Longmeadow. Spins away from Haynes. Cole Guidry. Croto touches it over now to Mikhailian. Now Guidry, a shot on goal. He rings it off the post.
Spartans got to be really careful with him no matter where he is on the ice. Try to have as many people on him as possible. He's a dangerous scorer.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, Mike, very shifty and skilled with the puck. Arguably the best offensive defenseman in Western Mass. As he fires a wrist shot there. And yeah, don't let his size confuse you. He is a great hockey player. Now behind the goal, looking in front, loose puck, Croto. Couldn't get that one on net. Shots 5-4 Longmeadow.
Spartans just got to get nice here. Got the puck out. Get a change.
Guidry takes a hit from Kaloji, who we've seen play much more physical hockey the past couple of games. And Haynes will do just that, getting the clear, and it won't be an icing. So Spartans bailed out there. Lancers trying to get something started again and add to their lead. Keenan and over Nero's stick. Now entering the zone is Medeiros, and we're going to get a whistle. I believe it'll be an offside. Mike, what have you liked or not liked that you've seen from East Longmeadow thus far in this one?
Spartans came out really, really strong before they let up that first goal. And, that first goal wasn't too big of a deal. So I would love to see them just be able to get back to that momentum that they had and just establishing their forecheck like they had before. Obviously they can do it since they started off the game that way. So
with 7:21 to go, the Spartans trail 1-0. Aiden Fisher collects. And he'll try and skate in, but coming away with it is Pat Leary. Nero able to retain zone, gets it to Fisher, shot on Rintoul and steered away. Nice little play though from the Spartans.
Yeah, great look there.
Lancers the other way now. Keenan over to French.
What a save.
And Sherwood comes up huge for East Longmeadow. Big save from Colin Sherwood early. Fighting to keep his team in it. Teddy Kuhn, fresh out of this box. Haynes dumps it in. Gets knocked over the bench a little bit. Now Luke McHugh. Haynes able to keep it. And now Dobek with room. Gets it over to Arnold. Back down to Dobek. Dobek can't hang on to it. Loose puck. And Lancers win it. That's Brendan McGear. Arnold sends it back in. Spartans forced to reset due to delayed offside with 6 minutes to go in the first. Hammett entering the zone. Haynes turns it over. Croto. Arnold trying to shield him to the outside. Croto behind the net now. Gets it up to Guidry. Guidry sending it back in.
Spartans got to tie up guys better in front, too. They're standing right next to the guy, which is all right, but if they could tie him up and take him completely out of the play, Coach Reed would be very happy.
Now Higgins trying to sauce it over. And I heard a ting, but I think Sherwood came up with the save there. Arnold gets spun around. Guidry. Now Arnold in a puck battle with Higgins, the Longmeadow captain. Rintoul stops it, and it's gained by Medeiros. Kuhn intercepts. Now Guidry and LaFlèche. LaFlèche dances through a few men, but Guidry says, I'll take that, and tries to start something for the Lancers. Croto wrapping it around. LaFlèche. Now in front, there was a Lancer waiting in the slot. Spartans get bailed out as number 20 for Longmeadow, Adam Lowe, unable to get a good stick on that one. Shot 7-5 in favor of Longmeadow. Now walking in and a shot. I believe that hit the shaft of Sherwood's stick. Nevertheless, he stays strong for East Longmeadow. Now McHugh. Swim moves over Chris Sherwood. Behind the goal, Lowe sends it back. Chris Sherwood trying to clear the zone. He gives it right back to McHugh. He'll get it again, and he gets hit hard on the play by McKylan. Free puck, but the Spartans are gassed. Comes all the way down to Rintoul. Gives it up to Leary. McHugh finding a second win, entering the zone. McHugh fires one, saves Sherwood. Now Fisher touching it to Nero. Nero loses it on the sideboard. Tom Garvey gets tipped over. And now the other way for the Lancers. Don't have a 19 on my roster, so apologies to him. Arnold now working on Lowe. Adam Lowe can't hang on to it. Dobek turns it over in his own zone. Higgins up to McGear. And Kaloji throws another big hit, something we've seen a lot of. Now in front, Spartans need to find a way to change. Kuhn gets his stick tied up. Haynes trying to find another gear to make something happen. Croto working over to Higgins. Higgins spinning away from the pressure. And now Haynes away with it. Tries to get it to Kuhn. Kuhn, too strong. And Higgins and Haynes get tied up. Wow, they're going to get Haynes for that. I don't agree with that. Not sure I agree with that call, but nevertheless, Spartans go to the penalty kill 1 minute and 23 seconds to go, period one, and they trail by a goal.
You know, although Haynes did get a penalty there, he's been flying this entire game, which I love to see. So it's a quick game out there, Devin, and
Yeah.
Spartans are doing a good job keeping up here.
Out to the point, McHugh sending it back down to Baker, and now Guidry, Croto, Kaloji. Croto will come away with that failed clearing attempt. LaFleche pins a man into the boards. Guidry can't get a shot away. Good stick check by Nero.
Now, Dev, something that I just noticed with the Lancers power play here, they're going to try to have the offside defenseman slide on down back door to get a pass cross ice. Spartans have to be really careful.
I did see that with McHugh dropping down.
I'm sure Coach Reed went over that a lot in practice, but Spartans, their wingers and defensemen have to be having some really good communication there, picking up that guy.
45 and a half seconds to go and a minute 23 left on the Haynes minor for hooking. Dobek wins the faceoff. Guidry. And Baker over to Croto. McHugh firing one away. It was blocked down in front by Kaloji. Loose puck. Shoots out under 30 seconds to go. Baker. And now Higgins. Baker again. And Baker buries one. Sean Baker makes it 2-0 Longmeadow on the power play. So Spartans trail by a pair now. 22.1 seconds left. And just a great shot by Baker there. Not much Sherwood could do. It was in tight.
Yeah, just really good execution on their power play there.
Sherwood will take the draw. Opposite of him was French. Now Nero. Nero making a move. And he fires one. Save Rintoul. Arnold gives it right away to Medeiros. And time expires, period one. The shots on goal. 9 for Longmeadow and 6 for the Lancers. 9 for Longmeadow, 6 for the Spartans, rather. Rintoul has been perfect, 6 of 6 in net. On the other end of things, Colin Sherwood, 7 of 9. And Mike, after that first period of action, what do you expect to see in the second period, or what is Coach Reed saying to his guys right now?
Well, when they are in the offensive zone, they're not getting a ton of pressure, causing a whole lot of turnovers. And then obviously with those turnovers, they would get a lot more time of possession there. So I think just they're running around a little bit too much. So they just got to calm down. And then when they get the puck in the offensive zone, they got to just obviously calm down, take control of the situation. They were doing that earlier in the game, which was working out really well for them. So, just not get intimidated by this Longmeadow team, and then settle it down, use the points, and find the open man.
Yeah, I agree with you. And as you said, Spartans came out strong and firing on all cylinders in the first 5 minutes. I believe they had like 5 shots on goal in the first 5 minutes. It was a pretty good flurry that Rintoul had to handle. And from then on, it was all Longmeadow after that first goal. So Spartans got to find a way to rebound and get back in this game, cut the lead in half.
I would also like to see in the defensive zone now, I would like to see a little bit better of a breakout. It seems like Spartans are getting the puck out fairly consistently, but it always just seems like to be a little flurry just barely across the blue line. If they could set up a good breakout, catch the guy on the wing, and then have him touch it to the center or something like that, and then establish a good forecheck from the defensive zone, I think that would be really key.
Oh, here we go. The second period about set to get underway, and it's Dobek and Higgins. Higgins over to McHugh. He spins it over to McGear. McGear putting on the brakes. Good forecheck from Teddy Kuhn there. And he tries to work it out. Unfortunately, LaFleche not quite there. Kaloji around his own goal, trying to break it out. He sends it over to LaFleche. LaFleche can't get it over to Kuhn. The other way, Higgins. And now Haynes. Spartans potential 3-on-2 developing. Luke Haynes will enter the zone. Makes a nice little move there. Retaining possession. Kuhn in front.
Oh.
Don't know how that one didn't find its way back in the net.
Great job there by Haynes, just keeping the wheels moving the entire time. That was very good stuff there. That's what the Spartans have to do, just continuously move their feet and apply pressure.
Definitely another, probably the best chance the Spartans have had all day.
Yeah, I mean, even this icing too, just putting pressure on their defenseman. I mean, he just iced it down the rink. There was really no one that defenseman had in the vicinity of where that puck was going. So, just causing people to get a little nervous with the puck can always result in something good for the Spartans.
Sherwood will take the draw opposite of the second Lancer scorer, Baker.
This guy has had a phenomenal
I
auxiliary
know.
cord.
He came with everything.
Yeah.
He came with everything in the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Definitely going to miss. I got to find out his name.
I know. He's got a phenomenal voice.
He really does. I wish he would use it more. Doesn't announce the goal. I think the microphone or the aux can work. I don't think the two at the same time.
Really?
So I think that's what because he has to switch chords. So I think that might be why he's not been announcing the goals and penalties and stuff like we've seen in years past. Something I think changed. And now Nero, loose puck, bats at it. And scrum in the boards. Baker trying to clear the zone. Now Croto over to the speedy Guidry. Guidry's thing deflects up and off the ceiling.
Great play by Garvey Hanna there on defense.
O'Brien.
That was O'Brien. I was going to say, I was confused as to why. My apologies.
Kyle Garvey Hanna will be out the remainder of the season. He missed the Agawam game, and he will now miss this game due to contact tracing incidences and for the safety of his own team, taking a leave of absence, which I think is a wise move, but miss him on the penalty kill, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kuhn. Little soccer play made there by Leary.
This first line here, the Dobeck line, has done a great job of working as a unit. It seems like they're supporting each other no matter where they are on the ice.
And a shot and a save, Sherwood on the pad. O'Brien. Kuhn trying to get there. Leary sends it off the referee's skates. Now loose puck in front. French trying to make something occur. Now Haynes. He's got someone. He had Kuhn going cross ice. Potential breakaway would have been there. But Kuhn out of gas. And he lays a big hit on Leary. Now in front. Nero shot way wide. Nero with a nice little move there to dance by Lancer. Trying to find someone in front. Lancer's doing a great job of keeping everybody out of the slot. And now a breakaway developing. That'll be another Higgins, and he doesn't get it on net. And that one rings off the pipe. Now out to the point. McHugh able to keep the zone and send it back on in. Nero goes through his skates. Now LaFleche over to Christopher John Kaloji, who lays a big hit in the end boards. Now Nero poking it, trying to win the race against Croto. Can't get it to Fisher, but nevertheless a good chance for East Longmeadow. Now here's something I haven't seen. Coach Reed having a seat.
That's interesting.
How about that? And Kaloji shot his last high school hockey game. Hopefully he can get one. Haynes wraparound won't go. Reed, not a fan of the wraparound at all, if you ask him.
No.
Although Luke Haynes does have 2 goals on the wraparound, that will not change his mind.
No, it will not. No.
Shots are 10-8 in favor of Longmeadow. Only difference is Longmeadow's Rintoul has been perfect in net, whereas Sherwood has cracked twice, which might even argue weren't even his fault. Tough goals. He doesn't let in too many easy ones.
No, I definitely wouldn't say that either of those were his fault.
McGear over to Higgins. Higgins back to DeCosmo. Dobek trying to chop it away. Caught in the skates of Garvey. Dobek into the neutral zone. Little carry. Leary shields him away from the middle of the ice. And puck shoots right back to DeCosmo. Little hit from Arnold there. O'Brien in the corner board. Staples Higgins. Loose puck in front. Spartans get bailed out, and Nero will just flip it right in on Rintoul.
It's a good change there.
Now Guidry. He makes a deke move on O'Brien. Tries to go top. What a move by
Yeah,
Guidry
I mean, that'll
there.
just go to show you how good he is and how careful we have to be with him.
Leary sending it down to Guidry. Baker. Guidry again. Out to the point, Leary. Leary's pass shot. Nothing doing there. Baker staying with it. He gets himself into the middle and luckily couldn't retain possession because he had the whole back door wide open. O'Brien.
Spartans got to get nice here or something like that just to regroup here.
Under 9 minutes to go. Loose puck in front. Shots 12-9 in favor of the Lancers.
What I will say, Devin, in this period, it seems like the Lancers haven't really, although they are in their offensive zone or defensive zone a lot more, it doesn't seem like they're as dominant as they had been in the first period.
Yeah, I will say the Spartans are keeping the shot totals relatively close, just a three shot margin.
They're doing a good job of making sure that someone's on the player with the puck every time and not letting them get too close to the net.
Keenan. LaFleche pokes it away. Higgins can't hang on to that one, and it comes all the way back down to Rintoul, who will paddle it over to Croto. 8 minutes to go in the second. Croto. McHugh tapping it to Gabe Higgins. Dobek back to Nero. Nero shot off the glass. And Lancers will be forced to clear one out. Higgins will forecheck Kaloji. And now loose puck in front. Luckily, no opportunity there, negated by the Spartan back check with Nero. Nero can't get it out of the zone. Fisher. No. Free puck. McHugh. And that one goes back into the wall. Sherwood out to the point. And Medeiros now trying to spin away from Nero. Medeiros gets it back. Free puck. Fisher just trying to get it out of the zone. He's unable to. 6.5 to go. A lot of Longmeadow zone time.
That offsides is huge for the Spartans there.
Yeah, they're able to
needed
get
a
a
whistle.
stoppage on a Longmeadow error.
I would like to see shorter shifts from the Spartans. Obviously, running 2 lines is really tough. So obviously, shorter shifts conserves a lot more energy.
Higgins wins the draw. Now Kuhn. Over to Haynes. Kuhn. Lancers trying to start a rush of their own the other way. It's Higgins. Stick handling pass, Dobek. How about these moves from Simon Higgins? Walks in, shot, save. That would have been a highlight reel goal.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Some nifty stick work from Simon Higgins. And now Luke Haynes, a breakaway developing. Great Lancer back check, though. A shot comes in on Rintoul and pretty much easily steered aside. McGear able to recover and negate much of a breakaway. Shot comes in by O'Brien off a Lancer. Puck is free. Haynes out of gas. Now Higgins in the middle of the ice. Arnold with a hit there. And Dobek can't hit the glass, and we'll get a face-off with 5:06 to go.
Yeah, you know, Dev, with these 2 guys out there, Gertie and sorry, what's the name of that?
Guidry and which number?
Anyways, I totally forgot. Seems like the Spartans, the Lancers are having a lot of good opportunities by just dangling around our defensemen. Rather than going for the puck, our D have to really focus on taking the body and just hitting him right in the chest and kind of taking away his ability to just dangle around people.
Some great insight there. Shot comes in on Sherwood from McKylian. And another puck comes up and out of play.
Higgins. How could I forget?
Higgins.
It's like Sean Higgins.
We do miss Sean Higgins. 4:39 to go in the second. The score has not changed since the first break. Knock on wood, but also not knock on wood if the Spartans are looking to score. And shot, I think that one off the mask of Sherwood.
I would assume that hurts, no?
It can't feel great.
Yeah.
Guidry finding McHugh with a lot of room. He buries it. Luke McHugh with all the time in the world, and he just picks top or right on Colin Sherwood.
Yeah, that was a similar situation to what we were talking about on their power play. The Spartans really have to be careful of people backdoor. They were struggling with that earlier in some of their earlier games, not picking up guys there. So hopefully they're more aware of that now after they were able to score on one of those.
And apologies to the Lancers. I missed the goaltender change. Dimitri Beach now in net. Connor Rintoul taking a seat. I'm sure that's just because he's trying to get some minutes last game of the year, and Longmeadow's had their way with the Spartans all season. So Dimitri Beach in net. We'll see how he fares, if he can play up to Rintoul's level. Now Kuhn trying to drop it back down to Dobek. Dobek away with it, trying to dance in. Loose puck is batted into the neutral zone. Arnold trying to find Teddy Kuhn. Now Medeiros. O'Brien trying to lay a hit on Higgins. Kuhn sends one in. Puck skips away, and now Haynes trying to work it back to Dobek. And O'Brien lays another hit on Higgins, but maybe a defensive breakdown in the process. And now walking in Luckily, the pass out of the reach of Keenan. Now Gabe Higgins in the zone for the Lancers. Trying to work away from O'Brien. Teddy swings it into the neutral zone. Haynes can't get it back to Dobek. Nero out of the bench, and he gets run into. Now Fisher over to Kaloji. 2.5 to go in the second. Lancers walking in. I also don't have a number 5 on my roster, so apologies to him. Loose puck in front. I think Sherwood came up big there, but you got to wonder how that one didn't find its way in. Lancers up to 18 shots. LaFleche can't get the poke check to work out. Nero will flip it in for an icing. Spartans will...
Oh, no ice.
Yes, ice.
Sorry.
Spartans will
Coach Reed
change.
got duped there. Wow.
Minute 47 to go. Spartans trail by 1, 2, 3 goals. Kaloji. LaFleche. Now Dobek.
Spartans are going to have a power play coming up here.
And Teddy Kuhn, I believe he hit another post. Posts have not been his friend. Another one comes in
Another
off the post. How are they saying that's a touch-up?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have called that, but maybe they saw something we didn't. Now, Dev, you said that the power play was very good last game, no?
It was fantastic in the last 2 contests with Westfield and Agawam, as DeCosmo will go to the box for hooking. Dobek wins the draw with Higgins. Kaloji over to Arnold. Arnold, Kuhn now. Dobek. Can't get it to Arnold. Lancers on the shorthand. Kaloji able to come back and lay a hit.
Just a great play by CJ there.
Kuhn over to Haynes. Haynes, shot on goal, save Rintoul, or Beach rather. And Beach comes up again with a glove save. Spartans get a few chances there. Under a minute to go in the period. Dobek will take the draw. Stay tuned for our second intermission report. Mike and I will break down what we've seen in the first 2 periods of action here at Olympia Ice Center in the season finale. Guidry, shot deflects up and out of play.
You know, letting the Lancers have offensive time is kind of unacceptable on the power play. We have 1 extra guy out there, which means we can always have 2 people on the puck. The Lancers really should never be able to establish any sort of momentum in our offensive zone here. So
Kaloji over to Nero. Arnold. Can't work it to Dobek. Comes in on Beach, and Beach will cover. "25 seconds and change to go."
more than enough time to have something big happen here for the Spartans.
And 58 seconds on the DeCosmo penalty. Lancers win the draw, and puck is cleared away. Arnold shielding Guidry away, but Guidry wins and takes Arnold's stick away with him. And he'll just hold out the clock, trying to kill some more time as we have 3 seconds to go, 2-1. And that'll do it for the second period of action. Spartans trail by 3 goals. 1 goal for the Lancers in the second period. 32 seconds left on the Spartan power play when we come back. Mike, second period, what'd you think as opposed to the first period?
So just as with the first, they do have spurts of time where they're dominating in play and they have a ton of momentum. But then there are other times where it seems like they're a little bit lackadaisical, either in the offensive or the defensive zone. Now, that could definitely be just to the point that they are running 2 lines and people are tired. So using this intermission here to regain any sort of energy is going to be key. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Spartans obviously have a lot of chances. So if they can put something together for an extended period of time in the third period, 3 goals is nothing by the way that they've been able to play during spurts of this game.
Well, 15 more minutes to go in the Spartans season. That will cap off the 2021 year. We are excited for a third period, but yeah, Spartans just got to find a way. I mean, they have 13 shots as opposed to the Lancer 18, so, they haven't been having too bad of a production night on offense, but,
No.
They just got to find ways to get it in the back of the net. They've hit a few posts, and that's just what's going to happen. But 15 more minutes left for the captain, CJ Kaloji. Mike, why don't you talk about CJ being a former teammate with him? He made second team All-Western Mass last season. Coach Reed had some positive praise for him, saying he should be in the Eddie Shore Defenseman of the Year or Western Mass, whatever, award voting. Nothing but praise for CJ Kaloji as he's got 15 more minutes in his high school career.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. CJ is obviously one of the best players in Western Mass this year. So it's great to see him become such a great leader that he has been on this team. I mean, just watching this game, he really makes no mistakes at all, really. So, he's a great teammate and makes people around him a lot better. So, I love that he was able to take the team under his wing this year.
Yep, CJ Kaloji committed to UMass as a walk-on for football. He's going to be the kicker, so I'm looking forward to going to school with him for another 3, 4, 5 years. We'll see wherever the wind blows me. But anyway, here we go. Third period of action coming up. You're watching Spartans Hockey live on LCAT. Stay tuned. 15 minutes to go in CJ Kaloji's Spartan career. You're watching Spartan Hockey live on LCAT. Devin Dobeck alongside Mike Moynihan. Spartans trail 3-0. Another goalie change for the Lancers, not on my roster because he's also number 1. And we already saw number 1 Dimitri Beach, so I don't know. It's a different jersey, though. It's an older jersey. Arnold fires one in, and I don't know. What should we call the goalie, Mike? Tendy? Steve. All right, I like that. And Arnold turns it over. Higgins sends one in front. Shot and a save, Sherwood. And Arnold takes down Higgins. Don't know how there wasn't a penalty there. Now Higgins away with the puck. Trying to find DeCosmo, the senior. And zone is freed, and now Dobeck chipping it up to Kuhn. McHugh behind his own goal. And Dobeck sends it back in. Now loose puck. Kaloji with space and time, and a save by Steve.
Good positioning there by Steve.
That is awesome. That is saved by Steve. Kaloji wants one bad, man.
Yeah, I would also like him to get one.
I might cry. I'm not kidding. I would probably cry. That would just be so perfect. In the third period of his last game of his high school career, his first of the season, that would be pretty incredible.
You would cry, huh?
I would get it. I would well up. I'll tell you that. Because that would just be incredible. But anyways,
very symbolic.
Sherwood. Guidry. Over to Croto. Now Nero trying to get it to Fisher. LaFleche keeping the zone for the Spartans. Fisher turning it back in. Now dancing away is Guidry. McKylan in front. Guidry on the forehand looking. Loose puck. Sherwood makes a save. .12:48 to go in the third period here at Olympia Ice Center. Dobeck opposite French. McGear. Dobeck and McGear get tangled up in the boards. O'Brien trying to get over to Haynes. Dobeck. Longmeadow will have to recuperate to avoid the offside. French over to McHugh. Now McGear over to Higgins. McGear again. Haynes will intercept. Puck is freed. Now McHugh touching it by Arnold. 2-on-1 for the Lancers. McHugh, it gets deflected on Sherwood, and he's forced to make another save on a rebound.
Great pass there by Teddy. Cross ice.
Haynes can't handle it. Proto now, Higgins. O'Brien. Now, Kaloji sending one in on Steve, who steers it into the sideboard. Sherwood. Giving it back to Nero in front for Fisher. Unfortunately, Fisher not quite in the same area that the puck was.
Spartans got to have more support on the puck. Two guys there.
And now in a battle are Lowe and Kaloji. Kaloji will win and carry by.
CJ is a speed demon.
He's got long strides. And look at him. He knows this is it. He's leaving this all on the ice. He doesn't care what the score is. There's a hit from Kaloji. Dobeck unable to stay on his feet. And Kuhn will send it back in to Steve. Steve will put his hand over it, and we'll get a whistle. Apologies if you're just joining us to the Longmeadow goaltender. He is not on my MIAA roster. The only goalies I have listed are Rintoul and Beach. So apologies to Steve and his family. And Kuhn will be handled easily by Steve.
What are the chances that his name is really Steve and we just nailed
That would be pretty impressive. That would be something.
That would make me smile.
And now Arnold, a little leg check. And I believe there's a pad loose. That's not something you see every day.
No, I couldn't tell you what type of pad that is.
Awkward collision.
Travis likes those types of hits. So not surprising that he went for that.
He does like the open ice neutral zone hit. 9:51 to go. Puck comes back to the Longmeadow end. Spartans down 3 goals. Tell you, CJ does not want to come off the ice.
No, he's going to be a tired individual after the end of the game.
And Guidry, going to be a fast break. Mikhailian coming in on Sherwood, backhander, and Sherwood snares it away. We'll get a whistle. 22 shots for the Lancers as opposed to 15 for the Spartans. The Flesh trying to get it back to Christopher John. Now Sherwood. Another Christopher. McGear breaking it out to Guidry. I would be horrified to know what would happen as we get a shot from Baker. If Guidry was a forward, I would be horrified to know how many points he would have.
I believe he was on the same line as Jack Barron and Spencer Robbins, if anyone listening remembers those two individuals. Frightening to play against. So that's a crazy good line. I'm not quite sure what happened here, Devin. Did you see?
Haynes slow to his feet, and I think McGear is going to go for interference. Spartan power play will go back to work with just under 9 minutes in the final period of play. Face off won by East Longmeadow. Arnold sending it down. Dobek over to Kuhn. Arnold again. Arnold will load up and get one on Steve, who makes the save. That was a blast, though.
Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more of passing rather than shots from the point with no one in front, really. You know? Although that was a good shot, nothing really will ever come of that. So either Spartans have to get a lot of people in front for a shot from the point or just continue passing and trying to find the open guy down low.
Now Kaloji fans at that one, stays with it. Haynes back down in front. Now in front, again, a lot of in fronts there. Closing in on 8 minutes to go and 75 seconds on the McGear penalty for interference. Kuhn back to Kaloji. He'll hold and go back to Kuhn. Teddy Kuhn with some speed. His shot is deflected and off the wall. Lancers are able to clear. Now in the row. Kaloji entering the zone, makes a deep move. Kaloji in front, nobody there. Fisher tapping it back to Arnold, back down to Fisher. Fisher goes through his legs. And Medeiros will get it out of there. over Naro's head. McGear set to get out of the box. And just another 5 seconds, under 7 minutes to play in this one. And now Luke Haynes trying to win the race, and Steve bats it away.
I believe the Spartans just got away with too many men on the ice there.
You may be right. Now Medeiros. Haynes seems to be pretty gassed out there. Now O'Brien. Over to Kuhn. Kuhn can't work it to Dobek. Under 6 minutes to play. Still 3-0 Longmeadow. Dobek trying to win the race. Now Croto dumps it in, no icing. McHugh. Arnold runs into, I forget 21, DeCosmo. Now LaFleche. Higgins intercepts and blows a tire in the process. Gets back to his feet. Puts one in front. Just out of the reach of DeCosmo. Mikhailian, or rather Croto, sends it in. Higgins trying to alleviate, rather. And Arnold throws a hit. Arguably interference.
Shocked that wasn't interference. I don't know what Arnold's doing out there.
DeCosmo going at it. Here we go. Arnold and DeCosmo will have matching minors. We'll still play 5-on-5, but yeah, Arnold threw a few hits on DeCosmo. DeCosmo didn't like it. Two got tangled up, and here we are. We'll stick to 5-on-5. Shots 22-16 in favor of the Lancers. Loose puck. McGear in the neutral zone. Sends it back in, and Chris Sherwood with a little hit there. We saw that, Chris. And now Kaloji off his skate. I think CJ's playing forward right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get him one. And Chris Sherwood weighing another hit. How about this physical play from Chris Sherwood?
I like it a lot, Devin.
I'm loving it.
Very unsuspecting, but he's got some girth to him in some places, you know, so.
Loose puck in front. Now Baker.
There's a guy wide open in front. Spartans really got to pick them up. I know I say that a lot, but.
And Guidry dropping it back down to Baker. In front, Guidry. Now Kaloshi. This is fantastic.
CJ
this is like Zdeno Chara. He fires one on Steve, who makes a save. .336 to go. And you know, this game could be close.
Spartans had the
The shot totals are not much different, Mike.
Not at all. Nope. Spartans spent a lot of time on the offensive zone.
Yeah. Kuhn touching it to O'Brien. His shot is blocked. LaFleche trying to beat French to the puck. Shot is fanned at. Now O'Brien. Haynes trying to move past Croto. He's taken down. I just got like a burst of heat. I don't know where that came from.
I would like to experience that.
And now Teddy trying to get it over to Haynes. Luke Haynes, potential breakaway, but great back check by Croto. Loose puck in front. And we get our friend CJ Kaloji back out there. Higgins walking in. Gets it over to French. French shot wide. And Dobak laying a little hit there. LaFleche goes down hard with French. Now Kaloji gets his pocket pick by Higgins. And Dobak goes into the boards hard with Higgins.
The play there by Sherwood just hitting it, so it's not nice.
Next whistle, we will see DeCosmo and Arnold out of the box. 2 minutes to play. Guidry over to McHugh. McHugh trying to find Guidry again. And now Higgins with a move. He gets a shot away at Sherwood, and Sherwood will cover. We'll keep an eye out on Arnold and DeCosmo out there for this shift.
I would be shocked if that was the end of their quarrels.
I think it will be. I
don't know.
Arnold seemed to back off, and DeCosmo seemed to be the one with a little fire. So I think if anyone were to initiate it, it would be DeCosmo. Under a minute and a half to go. Now Guidry walks in. Big blocker save, Sherwood. Wow. How about that? He's got 22 saves on the afternoon. Dobek wins it back to O'Brien. Looking to get it to Kuhn. Kuhn touches it to Dobek. Dobek turns it over. Well, actually Arnold there. So not necessarily a turnover. Now Dobek trying to fly in with DeCosmo. DeCosmo buries Dobek. And he goes down hard. I don't know how that's not a penalty. They were just both going in hard. Dobek visibly in some pain. If you're DeCosmo, you should probably go over there, see what's going on.
You know, I did not see what happened there, Devin. Did you?
They were both going in very fast, and Dobek was in front of DeCosmo, and they couldn't put on the brakes. And DeCosmo hit Dobek in a very awkward place, and his head went head first into the boards.
It's always a scary situation.
And going through concussion protocol. .62 seconds to go. CJ's taking the face off. That's fantastic. That was fantastic. Believe it or not, he didn't win. He did not.
That's okay.
He's still having a great time. Spartans have held the Lancers scoreless this period. Something to note. Now to the point, McHugh. Guidry. It's thrown in. 30 seconds remaining. LaFleche. And here we go. 2-on-1. Kaloji and Kuhn. Kaloji walks in. Shot! Misses the net. I thought there was a lot of room on Steve's left shoulder. Wow. That would have been phenomenal.
I'm sure Steve had an idea that there was no chance that CJ was passing that, so maybe made that a little bit easier for Steve, but still fun to watch.
Kaloji is tied up. Guidry away with it. He misses the net, I think. And then on the rebound, Higgins buries one. 4-0 Longmeadow. And I believe this is Longmeadow's last game. And if that is the case, then we will have to say goodbye to Cole Guidry, Richard Joseph, Michael French, Simon Higgins, who just scored, Luke McHugh, Christian Hamlet, and Ted DeCosmo. All will be playing their final game in the black and white. I think, unless there's another game. McHugh trying to skate up the clock. One more hit from Kaloji. And that'll do it. Lancers come away with a 4-0 victory at Olympia Ice Center over the Spartans. Spartans finished the season with a loss against one of their rivals, but you know what, Mike? All around Spartans season, it was a fun one to watch. A young group that we had here, and it is what it is. They're going to only get better next year. As we said, they're losing CJ Kaloji and John Kuhn, but CJ, of course, huge part of the defense. What do you think about the Spartans for next season, Mike?
We were talking to Coach Reed earlier. He said that, although we are losing CJ Kaloji, who's a huge piece of this team, we are getting a couple new freshmen coming up. The core of this team is getting they're getting older, obviously. And, don't forget that they came here as eighth graders too. So, this is their fourth season playing in the Spartan uniform. Hopefully they can take advantage of that. And, I have a lot of confidence in this team. Although they were young this year, they're only going to get better and they're only going to get older, stronger, faster. So I have a lot of confidence for this team in the future.
And Spartans and Lancers will shake hands. Kaloji will take his final skate off of Rink 1 here at Olympia Ice Center. I'm looking forward to next season, seeing what the Spartans do.
Absolutely.
But only time will tell. Spartans final here, 4-0. Not sure if this will be my last game calling here at Olympia Ice Center, but if it is, thank you to all the viewers at home. Thank you for all the positive support. I really appreciate everything you've done, helping me on my career path. I'm excited to announce I'll be working with the Valley Blue Sox this summer doing play-by-play, and it's all thanks to the positive support and drive that you guys have given me. So thank you to all the viewers at home. Very excited, and that will wrap this one up. Mike, any final thoughts or words?
Thank you all.
Thanks for having us. Well, once again, the final 4-0. On behalf of all of us, Jamie on the camera, Mike Moynihan, and myself, Devin Dobek, the voice of the Spartans. We'll see you next time.